Hey, back here at Bear Mountain exploring Killington. Well, we've caught up with the busiest guy in town. It's Jeff Alexander, events manager here at Killington. Jeff, we caught up with you on the sunny side of the world today. Good to see you over here at Bear Mountain.
Beautiful. It's beautiful here at Bear. This is where we're going to spend spring.
Well, you know, I skied over from the other side, and it's beautiful over there, too. It's beautiful everywhere. This is one of the epic March days, something we've been waiting all winter for. The snow's still fluffy. It's light, but the sun is out. It's warming up. It's awesome. Well, I know we've got a lot of things to cover, but let's just quickly touch on the Bear Mountain Mogul Challenge. Is coming up April 6th and 7th, but we got a little scheduling change, don't we?
A little change. We're actually going to have gates opening Saturday morning at 6:30 here at Bear Mountain to set up for tailgates. Friday night, we had word came out early about that, but we're having a little grooming constraints on Friday night. So Saturday morning, 6:30 a.m., tailgating will commence, gates will open, and it's on. So
yeah, change from what I announced last week's show. Saturday morning, 6:30, you said?
Correct.
And that'll get the groomers up here Friday night, get this area buffed out so we can get everything set up the way we like it.
Correct.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good.
So it should be a good one. And, of course, Bear Mountain Mogul Challenge. And keep an eye out, by the way. The folks from Bud Light just gave us a T-shirt cannon. So you'll be 100 yards away, and there'll be some T-shirts flying by you.
I'll wear my helmet.
Definitely. Helmets are required for this event, too, by the way, folks.
Sounds good. So what else is coming up? We got some good shows coming up. I know a lot of good music heading our way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the 29th, 30th, and 31st, that weekend, we are just jam-packed. Friday night, John Popper and the Pete Kilpatrick Band are going to be rocking out the Wobbly. Saturday night, we've got Fuel at the Wobbly. Tickets are quite reasonable, and they're still on sale. It is going quickly, so you can go online to wobblybarn.net or killington.com to get your tickets to those events. That's Saturday the 30th. It's going to be a pretty jam-packed day. We have the Vermont Ski Area Association. Ski Vermont is going to be here with their specialty food days. So basically, it's local products up and down the state. They're going to be at Snowshed, so it's a free sampling tour, so stop by. That actually will also be at Pico the following day, March 31st. Okay. So that's going to be a great event. Also, Hibernation right here at Bear. It's our park jam. We twisted it up a little bit this year. What we're doing, you register in the morning, head up to Dreammaker. It's called our Shred Sessions Cruise Dreammaker. It's very impromptu, very relaxed session. We have judges all throughout the event just throwing prizes for sick tricks. Come on down here. Competitors, we have a barbecue for the competitors, and then our jam, our park jam, is going to happen right at the bottom of the pipe right here, mid-afternoon, and it's kind of our close to the park season at Bear Mountain, and you know, we're looking at, it's going to be one of the bigger events in the East in the spring. So.
Wow, that's a lot of good stuff. That specialty food thing sounds fantastic. I, for one, love grazing, especially when you got free samples, man. I'll be all over that.
It's going to be great. The mobile sugar shack, the Ski Vermont has a mobile sugar shack that's actually touring up and down the state, and they'll be here with a lot of their products too. And it's a lot of local farms throughout the region, so it'll be good.
That sounds good. I got to ask you, being as busy as you are, have you gotten out this week to enjoy some of this great skiing and riding?
Oh, I found my time. Don't get me wrong. Work all day long in your boots, and then when you get that moment, out the door. Got to sneak out the back door sometimes.
I don't know. I think Mike Solimano would let you right out the front door, maybe even hold it for you.
Mike actually encourages it. Powder day, he walks up and down, and he says, hey, get out there, enjoy it. That's what we're here for. That's why we work in the ski industry.
Well, I tell you what, I see it in all the employees' faces, man. Everybody's smiling ear to ear. They got huge grins, and it makes all our customers feel really welcome and happy as well.
Exactly, and that we're bringing that whole one Killington full circle.
It's a good vibe, man. I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks. Hardest thing for me will be scheduling this stuff with my family, I think.
Yeah, trust me, on my end, that's a tough part, too, let me tell you.
All right, well, this is Jeff, everybody. Stay tuned. We got a lot more coming your way from Bear Mountain. Jeff, thanks so much, man.
Great to see you.
All right, cheers. Hey, welcome back to Explore Killington, everyone. Well, I've got a golden opportunity here. I've caught up with Mike Solimano, the new president and general manager of Killington Resort. Mike, thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to spend a little time with us in the snow here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's great.
You're a dad, father of three kids. What are your thoughts for growing the sport, and you know, how do we get young people interested in keeping this sport of skiing and snowboarding that we love so much? How do we keep it rolling?
Well, I mean, we're doing a lot of things to try to, grow the sport from a learn to ski program. I don't think any one thing is going to solve it, and, we have a great racing culture here in Pico, and I think that's great for that group that's in there. Now there's a whole new market that wants parks and pipes and, free ride and twin tips. And, I think we need to be able to offer a little bit to everybody and, reach out to some of that skateboard culture. And, we're gonna this year make some new efforts to really go after the youth market even more than we have in the past, and families, because we think that's important to us. We're going to announce pretty soon that we're going to drop our youth pricing for passes pretty substantially next year. It's sort of tied into our association with Woodward. We Powder Resorts bought Woodward, which is a youth action sports camp, and they've started to build facilities at different resorts, to be able to let the kids do different type of action sports inside, that helps with different things they're doing outside on the slopes. So, we're going to try to tie more to that brand and that youth, and then hopefully pull some kids that are maybe doing BMX or skateboarding or all the different things they're doing, then going to these camps. How can we try to pull them into our sport, because their main camp, Woodward's main camp, is in Pennsylvania, and they're drawing a lot out of the same markets that we are. So we see some synergies there to grow and to bring some new kids into the sport.
Some of the changes, been many in your short tenure here, but one of the greatly appreciated changes has been the reawakening of the beast at 8 a.m. here on weekends. People have been loving it, and on holidays. The Canyon Quad seems to be turning a little more frequently up there. At what point is a decision made for that type of change to happen? In other words, is there feedback from the public that says, okay, the feedback is now overwhelming, we've really got to make these changes? Or do you simply look at you're a financial guy, do you look at simply the bottom line and say, no, it's not cost effective to make these changes? Something has changed, we're all for it.
Right. Hard to believe a finance guy decided to do that stuff. But no, I mean, I think, we've tried a bunch of different things here. And one of the challenges, and what I tell everybody, here is, if we make money, we get to reinvest it. So we need to figure out the right balance to try to make enough money, but provide good service and a great experience to people. So, I think it wasn't necessarily that while there was a lot of, feedback on that, the 8 a.m. opening. In my mind, it's when we've made a decision or we're explaining a policy, I kind of use very simple terms of, if it's easy to explain to somebody, or one of my friends, if I can explain it to you and feel good about explaining it, it may usually make sense. That one didn't really make great sense as we were explaining it, even though it made good financial sense to try to implement it. So that was really why. And then, we've gotten some feedback on the Canyon, but the other problem is we get feedback on a whole bunch of other midweek lifts. On the weekend we're running all the lifts, but clearly when you have 2,000 people here, and on a weekend you have 11,000 people here, we can't really afford to run every lift. That's common in the industry. But we get the same questions from the Bear Mountain Quad, Needle's Eye, so as you said, we've brought back Northridge and we brought back, Canyon, running them more midweek. But it gets to the point where you can only do so many of those. So we're trying to balance that. Say the Canyon, it handles so many other there's many trails, where Bear Mountain Quad, it's one of our signature trails. On the other hand, you can get there from another lift. And the hard part of Killington is we have so many different groups that love different things. One group absolutely wants that chairlift running, and other groups want another one. And so we're trying to balance those. It's really not necessarily, if enough people complain, we'll do it. I mean, some of them make sense, and we're going to, see how they go. And, it's really about, we have to try to do what makes sense to grow our revenue and try to control costs and provide the best service we can.
So it's simply a balance between trying to please the public, of course, but still staying within a budget and making some money at the end of the day.
And some people would say, why run Northridge? That's, the expert season pass skier say, I don't really ski there. But, as we try to grow midweek, you need some extra blue terrain that makes sense. So that's kind of the balance of trying to balance the transient or week guest with your pass holders. They don't always have the exact same requirements, and it's sort of that's one of the biggest challenges here.
Sounds good. Mike Solimano, President, General Manager of Killington Resort. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's great.
All right, stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back.
fantastic day out there today, Slato.
Oh yeah, good stuff, awesome stuff. Well, we're at the top of the super pipe, Dave, so this is your chance to really impress me with some of your moves in the super pipe. I know you're a big student of the Flying Tomato, Sean, and you know, I know you've been studying his films and stuff, so.
I have. He reminds me of another ginger that I know out in Tahoe, Steve Nutter. Both super in the pipe in their own right.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it's almost time for us to wrap up the program from the mountain. The good news is we got two pieces of good news. Good news one is we still got a couple hours before they shut the lifts down. So I think we put the camera away, maybe take some fun runs without the camera. But then, as always, we're going to head down to our favorite place right here in Killington. It's called the Lookout Bar and Grill.
It's going to be a good time, Slade. I'm looking forward to hitting some runs with you. Maybe we can get the whole crew out here and really rip up this mountain as it's meant to be, because look at this beautiful day. And then maybe we'll sit out on the deck on the lookout because it's such a nice day and get some drinks and some food out there.
That sounds like a plan. I hope Samurai shoveled it for us.
Hope so.
All right. Hey, stay tuned. Dave and I are going to rip up some runs. When we come back on the other side, we're going to be down at the Lookout Bar and Grill. Ready, my friend?
Yeah, I am.
Away we go.